Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real Time, where we talk about the movies we like.
And the ones we don't.
I'm Tyler.
And I am Molly.
We just saw Toy Story 5, or from the time of recording it, we saw this last night at our local drive-in movie theater, the Rock and Roll Drive-In in Chaffee, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
We're not sponsored by them, but we're just gonna shill for them anyways, because why not?
Yeah, they let us in for free, so.
Yeah, great place to go. They play some cool music before the show starts, and it has that good old-fashioned drive-in experience that honestly came back during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice. It's always a fun date night or family night whenever you go out to the drive-in to watch a movie.
And typically, we don't like to bring our kid with us because, well, she's a kid, and she typically gets a little antsy. You know, movie theaters aren't the place for a almost 2-year-old. But this time, she did pretty okay.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised she actually really liked this movie. I think this was the first movie that we have taken her to that she actually paid attention, because we watched all 4 of the other Toy Story movies with her, and so she was starting to recognize the characters. She likes dinosaurs, so she liked Rex. So yeah, she was actually really, I feel like for a good solid hour or even more, she was quiet and paying attention.
Yeah, she just laid back in her wagon. She had a little bottle of milk in her hand. Yeah, she's probably a bit too old to be drinking from a bottle, but whatever. You know, if it helps her be quiet for a little bit, then whatever. We're trying our best, okay?
Yeah, she at least isn't addicted to a pacifier, so
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, if you're in the Southeast Missouri area, definitely check out the Rock and Roll Drive-In movie theater. It's cool.
yes, it is.
Now, with this non-sponsor segment over, let's get back to the movie. Toy Story 5, the latest in the series, and honestly, the funny thing is the gap between 4 and 5 is actually one of the shorter gaps between sequels in this series.
Yeah. What about between 1 and 2?
I said one of, not the shortest.
Okay. Fair enough.
Between 1 and 2 was a 4-year wait. Between 2 and 3, 11 years. And between 3 and 4, 9 years. So a 7-year wait is one of the shortest.
I can't believe it's already been 7 years.
Yeah.
That seems like... It doesn't seem like we watched Toy Story 4 that long ago, but yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, it does help that we just watched it like last week.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, man, time flies.
Yep. And if I'm being honest, if Disney's still going to be making Toy Story movies, which from how things are shaping up, I'm expecting to see Toy Story 6 at some point in the future. I'm kind of fine with it, given that these movies aren't bad at all. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they do what a movie is supposed to do. They're entertaining. You can have fun watching them, and as we can see, they're successful. So yeah, they're not going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, as of recording this video, Toy Story 5 has already made over $300 million worldwide. So safe to say, we're most likely going to see another one. And like I said, Toy Story 5 was pretty good, so I'm fine with it if they're going to keep bringing us these characters and doing interesting things with them.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
All right, so what's going on in this one? Well, so Bonnie is she's having trouble making friends, and all the other kids are glued to their tablets. You know, from the sounds of things, it sounds like it's going to be a boomer driven story about how these kids and their tech is just ruining them. And it does go in that area a little bit, but not all the way.
Yeah. Towards the end, there is some reconciliation between the toys and the technology, and they realize, you know what, maybe kids can have fun with toys and an iPad.
And it did help Bonnie make a new friend, so that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
The tech brought them together, but they managed to bond over actually playing with toys. So yeah, there's some good stuff in there too. Although it is kind of weird that Bonnie's parents are okay with giving her, an 8-year-old kid, a device that will connect to the internet and allows her to talk to people online, and potentially give out her home address and other sort of sensitive information. Like, why would you not, make sure she can't do any of that first? I don't know. That's just me.
I do have a rebuttal to that because it does seem like this iPad is very under parental controls. Like, she can only be in chats that the parents say. She can only it seems like they control most of it.
Yeah, and at one point, her mom does say that she turned off the messaging function, which, good that she's able to do that. But yeah, maybe it's just the fact that I was definitely very reckless on the internet when I was a kid. That's making me think, maybe she shouldn't really. Maybe that shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah. It does not surprise me that you were like that on the internet. For me, I never had internet as a kid at my house because I'm from the middle of nowhere. So it took a long time. I was a full-on adult whenever I got internet at the house. So I was already smart enough to avoid certain things.
On the other hand, I was on websites like LiveLeak, Newgrounds, 4chan, Twitter, stuff like that, So, I really shouldn't have been doing that. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Anyways. So, the main character this time around is Jessie. She really takes the driving seat, so to speak, and I'm completely fine with it. She's a great character. She's very likable, very energetic. I've liked her since the second movie, so I say it's about time that she was able to take the limelight.
Yeah, and it makes sense that she has a turn as the main character, because I feel like Woody's story has already been told. He's already moved on, so it's time for a new main character. So I thought that was a good decision with the movie.
Yeah, and we get Buzz being an actual smart, not necessarily person, but toy again, after that chicanery that went on with his inner voice in Toy Story 4. It was kind of funny, but that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was a little silly in that movie.
Woody really takes a backseat in this one, but I'm kind of okay with it in that I'm fine with Jessie taking the lead, but sorry, but also it is kind of it's a little disappointing to see that he doesn't really get too much focus this time around.
Yeah, it is a little disappointing, even though I just said I'm okay with him not being a main character. I mean, you do want to still see a lot of Woody,
Buzz gets a decent amount of going on here. His relationship with Jessie finally gets brought back to some sort of level of importance again. At the end, I guess, spoiler alert, they get married, and it's something that you like to see.
Yeah. I guess toys can get married, sure, yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. Yes, I suppose.
Yeah, basically all the actors who are still alive at this point showed up again. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, Lori Allen, Jay Hernandez, Bonnie Hunt, Christian Shaw, Tony Hale, Wallace Shawn, John Ratzenberger, Keanu Reeves. Everyone from the last 4 movies who is still around is back. They did also recast Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head with Jeff Bergman and Anna Vocino. They don't really get a whole lot to do, but hey, I feel like recasting is a better option than you going through archive footage to try to find lines that fit.
I agree. Yeah. I do think recasting is the good choice here, but yeah, they don't really have too many lines.
Yeah, that this continues to be my problem with this in the last movie. The side characters, they don't really get a whole lot to do. For most of the movie, they're shut in the garage, and it's like, guys, you did a great job with them in Toy Stories 2 and 3. Why can't we do that again? Like, yeah, I know I just said that I'm fine with Jesse taking the lead, but I want more from the side characters. These guys are funny. I love them.
Yeah, I do agree with you. The last two movies, yeah, number 4 and number 5, the side characters don't. I mean, they hardly do anything. Like, I could not tell you what any of those characters did. If you weren't Jesse, Woody, or Buzz, or Bullseye, I have no idea. I don't remember what they were up to.
Um. Yep. Yep. It's a whole odd situation, but whatever. I guess. I suppose they're not really going to have too much importance in these movies going forward, if there are going to be more. Whatever. Though we did get some new characters who I liked a little bit more than the ones we got last time. Greta Lee plays the villain of the movie, Lily Pad, the tablet that Bonnie uses, and she serves a similar purpose that Anxiety did in Inside Out 2. She's all about what's right for her kid. She's trying to do what she thinks is going to be right for her long term, until she realizes that no, Bonnie doesn't need all of this right now. Bonnie doesn't need to be glued to her device like this, and she realizes, oh, I messed up and I'm going to kill myself now, more or less. She donates herself.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. But yeah, so she's not like too much of a bad guy, because yeah, she just wants the best for Bonnie.
Yeah, and she does some weird stuff with like hacking, like she takes control of all the Buzz Lightyears. Speaking of, there's a whole bunch of Buzz Lightyears that made their way from an island that had this cargo container crash on them. It's pretty funny, actually. I like that. But anyways, they're all like these upgraded ones that are connected to each other via some sort of network or whatever. It's a little, like, just go with it. It's the main thing. And Lily Pad uses her network to hack into them, improve them, make them into drones. I don't necessarily buy that, but I also don't necessarily care either.
Yeah. The Buzz Lightyears, I thought they were pretty funny.
We also get possibly the best late night host, Conan O'Brien, as a new character, Smarty Pants. He's this toilet training device. Just go with it. And as you would expect from Conan O'Brien, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I am a big Conan O'Brien fan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely the best late night host working today. Yeah, I'm also a fan of Craig Ferguson, but he isn't necessarily doing anything now. But still, Conan O'Brien, love you. You're great.
Yep, I agree.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're better than Jimmy Kimmel and Fallon any day of the week, and twice on Sundays.
Yeah, I agree.
We also get Craig Robinson as Atlas, a GPS device that also helps out. He doesn't really do a whole lot, but he's funny at least. We also get Michael Michelle Harris as Blaze, a horse girl who makes friends with Bonnie. She lives in Emily, Jesse's first owner's house, with her parents, and that was interesting to see that add to Jesse's character, to see where she's gone and how she feels about the numerous kids she's had over the years.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That we get sort of a look into Jesse's past.
Yeah, we get during the sad montage from Toy Story 2, we get we see how things were like with Emily, and now we get to see a little bit more. Like we get to see, it's almost like we're going back to those scenes and having the camera pan up to see a bigger picture, so to speak.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I'm I'm more than fine with that. And we also find out that Emily named her daughter Jessie too. So it's like Jessie had a bigger influence on Emily than she realized.
Yeah. Kind of cool. Yeah, that was a nice little detail, I think.
And this movie really it doesn't end in the sort of like sappy, sad way where you think, oh, they're never going to see each other again, like 3 and 4 did. But it more so. I think it more leaves the door open for a sequel because they probably know they're going to do another one, and it also seems more like a natural thing. Like Bonnie is she made a new friend in Blaze, and she also got the courage to ask those twins across the street that she was wanted to play with at the beginning to play with them, and they seem to want to also. And hopefully she doesn't have to worry about those bratty iPad girls. Could not stand them.
Yeah. Lord help me if my child ever becomes an iPad kid.
Couldn't be us.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they make fun of her for playing with toys. Like, guys, you girls are kids. That's fine. You can play with toys, but
yeah. Yeah, they're like, what, 9 years old or something?
8, 9, somewhere in that range.
Also, yeah, I was like, let's see, what grade are you in whenever you're 9?
3rd, 4th grade.
Yeah. All right. Because I'm like, they seem to be typing too well for a 9-year-old.
Well, they probably have have these. Well, yeah, that autocorrect plus they probably had these iPads a bit longer than Bonnie has.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever. Kids can be cruel.
Yes.
Okay. So, what else would you like to say about this one?
I guess, I did like it more than what I thought I was going to.
Yeah. Look, Toy Story 4 and I guess technically this one were not really necessary movies to make. Having said that, though, I'm fine with them as long as they're going to be good,
Yeah, if you're going to keep making these movies, especially 5 is a lot of movies, then there might be a 6, there might be a 7, that's a lot of movies, so you got to make sure that they're still good.
Yeah, barring a spinoff here and there that is not great, looking at you, Lightyear, these have all been pretty good. And even with Lightyear, I don't necessarily mind it. It's just whatever. We'll get to that at some point. I don't know when, but whatever. Anyways, so real quick, let's do a Toy Story ranking because there's technically 6 of these things, so why not?
All right, you go first.
Well, from least to most favorite, I have Lightyear, Toy Story 4, 5, 3, the original, and then 2.
You know what? I think I could get behind that. I think I'll stand with that as my list also.
Cool.
Yeah. Because I did not like Lightyear. It was insanely boring. But yeah, I do think after thinking about 5 for a little bit, I do think 4 was just, I don't know, maybe it was just lacking. There were a lot of like funny parts, but yeah, I just feel like it was too focused on Woody as just one character, and a lot of the other characters really needed to they like contributed nothing in 4, which this one there's a lot of characters who didn't contribute anything either. So yeah, I agree with your list.
Yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily mind a Lightyear. I thought it was a perfectly fine movie. It's not great, but hey, you could do a lot worse with your time. You could be watching Cars 2. But I guess saying that you could be watching something completely awful is not really highest praise. Look. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It's fine. I definitely don't believe that this was the movie that Andy saw that made him want to get a Buzz Lightyear. That's cap, okay?
Yeah, there's no way. He would have fallen asleep in it like I almost did.
Like, no way this mediocre movie is what it was his favorite. More likely, this was the gritty reboot that he watched when he was in college. That I can get behind.
Yeah. This movie did not inspire Buzz Lightyear toy to be the number one seller.
God no. Look, I had a Buzz Lightyear. It was a cool toy.
I did not have a Buzz Lightyear. Sorry, I'm lame.
Well, I think our kid wants one now.
Yeah, she like I said, she's almost 2. She'll be 2 next month, but she because I think we watched all these movies with her. Well, she was at least in the room when we watched them. She recognizes the characters, and you know how little kids are. When they recognize a character, I think they think it's cool. They're like, "Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, I've seen that thing before."
Yeah, she's like that with a few things. Toy Story characters, Bluey characters, Sesame Street characters, Godzilla, and the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that one, though.
Yeah, I know.
SpongeBob.
Yep.
And another one that's kind of weird, but Remick from Sinners.
I don't think she would recognize that character. Anyways.
Oh, come on. She breaks it down whenever we watch Rocky Road to Dublin.
Well, yeah, she does.
Anyways. I got nothing else to say on Toy Story 5. It's a perfectly good movie. It's pretty good, I'd say. It's so far it's my favorite movie of the year, though it's also only June. So, there's most likely going to be something. I've also haven't seen Project Hail Mary. But I'm always down for a Ryan Gosling movie.
Yeah, me too. I like Ryan Gosling.
So, we'll catch you next time.
See you next time.